Bob Kerrigan for Kerrigan, Estess, Rankin, McLeod, and Thompson. Watch out for motorcycles. We published something on our website some time ago that said, don't look for motorcycles. What we meant was, if you follow this basic procedure, you'll see motorcycles. Look twice before you go out in the highway. The first look, you tell yourself you're looking for cars and pedestrians. You don't see any. And the pedestrians are usually not a problem as you turn out into the highway, but you're looking to make sure you're not going to see a pedestrian. But the second look is for motorcycles. You are specifically looking for motorcycles. You might try that. I'm not saying it's a foolproof method, but you might try it, because it's fine to have a bumper sticker saying, look out for motorcycles. But the cases that we have had through the years, we've had many motorcycle cases through the years because some very bad injuries can result. We've had many death cases from motorcycles. We've had serious paralysis injuries, brain damage, and other injuries from motorcycles. By the way, wear a helmet. People say, well, Florida laws, you don't have to wear a helmet. That's only true if you have health insurance. If you don't have any insurance to protect you, taxpayers are not going to be happy about the bill when you get a very bad injury because you weren't wearing a helmet. It's just crazy not to wear a helmet, because you're going 40, 50 miles an hour, you're like a cannonball coming off. And I've recently saw an ad, you may have seen it, or a video, about how they're working on a helmet with an exploding airbag system around the head. I hope they can do that. It certainly would help some. But how are motorcycles different than automobile accidents? You have to understand the mechanism of a motorcycle injury and how it occurs. It's different than an automobile. You can sometimes face very, very good experts for the person that caused the accident, if we're bringing a claim against them, who will have all kinds of engineering evidence about how the accident could have been avoided. Everything from reaction time to skid distance to, and one of the more common defenses is that the bike wasn't properly braked. There is a very specific protocol for braking a motorcycle that motorcycle operators know about. There are many possible defenses to motorcycle cases, and they almost always involve the cross-examination of engineering experts that the insurance company hires for the person who hit the person on the motorcycle. Again, as we have discussed in another of our videos, comparative negligence exists in Florida, which means that the person that hit the motorcycle could be assigned fault. The person on the motorcycle could be assigned fault. The combination of the faults has to equal 100%. So it could be 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30. The way that works is if there's a $1 million award for the family of the person that was injured on the motorcycle, if there was a death, and the motorcycle operator was 50% at fault, the award is reduced to $500,000. That's the way comparative fault works in Florida. And I want to conclude by a recommendation, and it's this. If you are driving a motorcycle today and you say, well, I've been driving one for years, I know what I'm doing. You may not. I used to drive a Harley Davidson, and I had some experience with it. And our law firm, I think maybe of the 5 partners, at least 3 have had motorcycles in the past. Take the motorcycle safety course. You're going to learn something about the dynamics of a motorcycle and operating it. It's very different than an automobile or a bicycle or any other mobile kinds of transportation. It's very unique in the way you operate a motorcycle to provide as safe a way as you can to operate them. There's an old biker myth. I'll tell you what it is, because it is amusing, and we've encountered it in some cases. He should have laid the bike down. That is complete nonsense. There's no such concept as laying a bike down, but they love to say it, as if when you're going 50 miles an hour and somebody pulls out in front of you, you're going to tilt the bike over and you're going to slide into somebody. I mean, that'd be, who was the guy that used to jump all the cars? I've forgotten his name now. But that'd be one of those tricks. Laying the bike down is an old myth that has absolutely no basis in fact. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident or you've had a loved one that's been killed, you have to hire lawyers, in my view, that have tried the cases, understand what they're doing, understand how to cross-examine the experts, and can get the case to a jury and get a good verdict for you. We'll be happy to talk to you about the many cases we've tried involving motorcycle accidents. We've received multi-million-dollar awards in some of the cases, and the experience that we've had is also readily available on our website at Kerrigan.com. Bob Kerrigan inviting you, if you care, to call us. We'd be glad to talk to you about your case, and there's no charge and there's no obligation. Kerrigan, Estess, Rankin, McLeod, and Thompson.